We are here in Cockatoon, which is Forestry England, managed part of Quantocks, and we are here investigating charcoal burning platforms. So historically there was a substantial rural industry of producing charcoal in the Quantock Hills. We know that because there are scores and scores, literally well over 100, of charcoal burning platforms that have been identified either by walkover surveys in the past or more recently by our own LiDAR survey, which has revealed scores more of them. The problem is they're assumed to be charcoal burning platforms, but actually there is some discussion about whether actually they truly were platforms on which charcoal was being produced. They might have been where the charcoal burners were creating a shelter, or alternatively there's an argument that some of them might have been used for storing oak bark that was then used for tanning. So part of the reason we're here is to identify which, or proportionally how many of these platforms might actually have been used for burning, for creating charcoal, or rather for some other purpose. And also our real hope is we can get some dating evidence by recovering some of the residue charcoal, get some carbon dates or even some dendro dates, which would be even more specific, and identify when these were being used. The sort of general consensus is there was a boom in charcoal production around the start of the Industrial Revolution, so the latter half of the 18th century. But we know that charcoal was being used way back into the prehistoric, so we've no idea how old some of these are. Some of them might be medieval. One of the real aims is to identify an age for the length of the charcoal production industry in the Quantocks. So how many of them were charcoal burning platforms, what age were they, and also hopefully what kind of species were being used to create charcoal in the past. What we're really hoping to find is any information that can really give us a better understanding of the charcoal burning industry in the Quantocks. So in terms of finds, really the key thing we want is to actually find some residue charcoal which is of good enough quality to be analysed, be that for carbon-14 dating or for tree ring dating if possible. So that's the real thing we want to find. Anything else is a bonus, really. So if we find any of the kind of detritus of the charcoal burners, we found a few little bits of clay pipe, for example, which, you know, it's nice to imagine them having a little smoke while they're tending the charcoal clamp. But yeah, essentially it is the charcoal is what we're looking for, really, to nail down dates and species and just better understand the industry. It's a bit of a different kind of location to where we've been digging previously. Here, like right in the heart of the woodlands. It's got its own challenges. You know, these platforms are generally terraced into quite severe slopes, which is what we've got here. So that makes it quite challenging. And obviously, you know, these are managed woodlands now. There's a lot of disturbance with root work, etc. So, although the platforms themselves are relatively shallow, you know, there are some challenges to doing the digging, but it's a fantastic spot and it's a beautiful day. So why would you want to be anywhere else?